Hey everyone, I'm Zeba and welcome to Doodle Diaries, my little corner of the internet where I document my journey as a beginner artist. In the last video, we tackled the front facing view of the head. So if you haven't checked that one out yet, I highly recommend watching it first. It will make this video a lot easier to follow. I'll link it right here for you. Alright, in today's video, we are moving on to the side view of the face. And yes, we are also going to be sketching hands today. So be sure to stick around for that part too. So let's get started. Now, if you remember, we started with a circle in the last video. That circle represents the cranium, which is basically a top rounded part of our skull that houses the brain. Now, in the side view, this cranium doesn't look like a perfect circle anymore, it appears more like an ellipse, kind of a squished circle. So, we'll begin this sketch by drawing an ellipse instead. Then, divide it vertically into two equal parts and then horizontally into three. These guidelines help us figure out where all the facial features go. Now, take the distance between the eye line, that's the second horizontal line, and the top of the ellipse, and measure that same length downwards. That gives us the chin line. From the eye line down to the chin, draw a vertical line. This is the front of the face. Then, where this line meets the chin, draw a nice curve back to the bottom of the ellipse. And there you go. You have got the basic shape of the skull and the jaw. Oh, and if you're liking the content so far, don't forget to drop a like. It really helps out the channel and tells me you want more of this kind of content. Alright, let's move on. Next, divide the front part of the face from the vertical front line to the back of the ellipse into three equal parts. The first third from the front is where the eyes go. Then, sketch the nose and divide the lower face area into three more parts. The top of those three marks the mouth line. Now, for the ear, it usually sits between the eyebrow line and the bottom of the nose, but in the side view, it's slightly tilted back. To finish the basic structure, extend the back of the ellipse downward to draw the neck. Once everything is in place, gently erase your construction lines. I used a kneadable eraser here. They are super useful because they clean up your lines without leaving messy shavings everywhere. I've linked the one I use in the description below if you want to check it out. Now, it's time to add details and line work to bring your sketch to life. As usual, I'm using my Sakura Pigma pens. They are smooth and perfect for inking. And with that, the side view of the drawing is complete. To really help the process sink in and to get a better grip on everything I've just learned, I went ahead and sketched a second one right after. I have fast forward that part here though. I figured you guys wouldn't want to sit through the exact same process again in real time. But honestly, repeating the process is a great way to reinforce what I have just learned. Alright, now let's move on to the second part of today's video, drawing hands. I know hands can seem a bit scary, all those fingers and joints, but we are going to break it down nice and easy. We start off with a simple circle. This represents the palm of the hand. Next, we measure the height of that circle and duplicate it right above. That gives us the length of our middle finger, which is usually the tallest of all five fingers. Then we add in the index and ring fingers. They are both usually of the same height and slightly shorter than the middle finger. And of course, the pinky comes last. It's the smallest of them all. Now, to place the thumb, we divide the palm circle into four quadrants. The bottom right quadrant is where the thumb starts. I drew a small circle there to mark the muscle group at the base of the thumb and then extended the thumb out from that point. Once everything was in place, I went ahead and refined the sketch, cleaning up the shapes and adding some basic details. I also extended the drawing a bit below the palm to include the wrist. just to complete the structure. And that's how you can draw a simple hand. Here's a quick shot of me jotting down the key points for future reference. I find it really helps to make little notes as I go. And to make sure it really sticks in my brain, I did 3 more hand sketches, each in different sizes. Repeating the process like this not only builds confidence but also helps you train your eye and make it feel less intimidating over time. And that's it for today's video. In the next video, we'll be talking about how to attach the head to the neck. So if you don't want to miss that out, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Keep practicing, keep creating, and most importantly, have fun with your art. I'll see you in the next one. Doodles!